did Lady Forsythia say? That she'd rather drown herself than help the Inquisition.
Hello, friends.
Anything else?
We starting?
She said she'd have us flogged alive if we allied with her brother.
In Dragon Age Inquisition.
That does sound like her.
Talking to Josephine. I didn't expect to get a full conversation.
We at least have her attention. You always do find the brighter side of things.
Yeah, this took me by surprise, so quick hello.
Alliance with Lady Forsythia of Navarra, your worship.
Okay.
It's become a somewhat delicate task.
Her threat makes no sense.
Can I do anything to help negotiations?
Thank you, but I believe I have matters in hand. I dissuaded her from sending soldiers when she learned we'd struck an accord with a brother she's feuding with. Lady Forsythia simply employs a colorful manner of speech.
Are we talking like Sera or? Yeah. Anyway, sorry for the abbreviated introduction. This is Cauldron. Welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition, and yeah, I was just talking to her just to check something on the way to the submission table before an actual introduction. When boom, we have a full conversation. So here we are. Please hope doesn't wear on you. Putting it mildly.
You're rather good-natured about threats of death and dismemberment.
They are chiefly bluster, Inquisitor. Most of them. But I confess I do miss my staff from the embassy in Antiva. It was always useful to discuss the day's visitors with them.
I have time, if you'd like to review things with me.
I wouldn't wish to impose.
If it were imposing, I wouldn't have offered.
Well,
what a great response.
I admit there are a few potential alliances it would be good to discuss. Right on the parlor floor, in front of everyone at the soiree. Who does such a thing in front of their guests?
The Duke of Kellington, apparently.
And then there's Cole's lurking. It frightens our guests half to death. Lord Jennar still won't respond to our letters.
Oh,
and
he's got to be.
Can she not find a single overshirt without mustard stains on it? Then there's Dorian. The man refuses to take anything seriously unless it suits its whim. Not to mention... Oh goodness. Have we been here an hour already?
It went by so quickly, I didn't even notice.
You're far too polite. I didn't intend to go on for so long. You must think me quite the gossip.
I think you're... That surprises me. I didn't think you could have romances with people who weren't party members. God, I have a feeling... I think there's a good chance that this sort of Josephine romance flirting thing is more like romance, more like flirting with Scout Harding than it is with like Dorian. I think that this is kind of a nice side thing, but you know what?
Spending time with such an engaging woman is never unpleasant, Lady Montelier.
I'm not committed to Sera yet.
I'm glad I haven't wasted your day. Well, I've taken up quite enough of your time already. Until next time, your worship.
So here's a question for y'all, a non-rhetorical question. Should I reload after that? Did that cut me out of options with Sera? I hope it didn't. I can't imagine it did. But this whole thing was in my quarters, so who knows? I'm gonna assume it didn't, but let me know if I just messed something up badly, if I just cut off some other romance options, but I don't think I did. Anyway, ooh, here's a book. I got copies of Hard and Hightown. Of course, one's on my balcony. So I'm going to keep looking for that, and I will see you in a bit whenever I find anything interesting, or when I get back to the mission table.
Inquisitor, is it true? Is the mark on your hand magic cast by Corypheus?
Corypheus claimed it's a spell gone wrong.
I wanted to think it was a blessing. A sign the Maker was returning to his creation.
Seems unlikely.
How credulous of me.
The anchor's magic, not holy. Maker isn't of this world. I believe it was holy too.
The anchor's nothing more special than a misfired spell.
That's what I
At least
think.
you had the good fortune to take it from Corypheus. Does it hurt? The anchor, that is.
Feels strange.
It's not pain. It's more like my nerves go on fire.
Oh, interesting.
Sounds most unpleasant.
Is that the end of
The
this?
situation requires your attention, Inquisitor.
Oh, really?
Noble Chantry loyalists in the city of Jadar are spreading accusations that you're responsible for the Divine's death. They're unusually organized. I recommend we send people to Jadar to deal with the matter.
You know, show force. We need some propaganda. Send some diplomats. Yeah, let's learn a bit more about this. She is being chatty today. I really wasn't expecting all this.
Will anyone even believe me if I claim I didn't kill the Divine?
Perhaps if they learn about your heroics, we should emphasize how you stopped the breach devouring the sky. Even in Jadar, it may win you a few admirers.
Okay.
What does the nobility gain by saying I murdered Justinia?
A scapegoat to begin with, but I wonder if the Grand Clerics are at work. Those immediately eligible to be divine died at the Conclave. The ones remaining were not as favored. They may look upon you as a rival for influence.
So this feels like a diplomat situation.
Let's send some ambassadors to convince Jadar I'm not a monster in disguise.
Excellent. I believe there is much to be gained by winning them over.
And influence, plus 80 influence. Is that it now?
A pleasure.
More personal question? Okay. Okay.
Let's speak later.
Whew. I need to talk to more people here, which is weird because I feel like I talk to a lot of people in this game, but apparently not. So this is a new one. This is continuing her predecessor's work. This is from the person who took over for monster research. A neatly filed request form, copied in triplicate and delivered to the appropriate parties. Request: an assortment of flora from southern Ferelden and eastern Orlais. Actually, just a quick question. It almost feels like triplicate as data. I'm curious for if any of you watch this who are, I don't know, younger than like 25. Do you know what triplicate is? I'm just curious. Anyway, request an assortment of flora from southern Ferelden and eastern Orlais, including several uncommon varieties. See attached list. Tissue samples from several common herbivores. See attached list. Access to an accurate map of southern Thedas and records salvaged from Haven. Purpose: my predecessor Minave was studying alterations in feeding and migration patterns in several species, following the appearance of the breach. Her work was left incomplete. I would finish it. Signed, Talisma Darrington, Inquisition researcher. Let's see. I can contact the University of Orlais to see if they have additional materials to aid Helisma's research. It would be faster to purchase the missing items than hunt them down. My agents can seek reliable sources in Val Royale, or soldiers can gather any outstanding items. It will double as a training exercise for new recruits. Yep, Liliana, you got this.
Let's see what we have.
So I see Blackwall's got a copy of Hardened Hightown. Ooh, never mind. Way of the... This is not Hardened Hightown. This is Way of the Champion. Codex unlocked. Way of the Champion. From champions of note in a great tradition. Lord Chancer's words make one passage stand out. There is sacrifice in attaining the adulation of others, for while the champion is raised above all but their patron, this is done with the weight of expectations. Their shoulders bear the hope of those they protect, the pride of those they inspire, and the demands of those they lead. And in becoming such a figure, the champion accepts not just the aspirations of his or her allies, but also the dangerous envy of the enemy. One must remember the figures of note who have come before, for the glorious tales of their triumphs are often punctuated by steep and sudden tumbles. They burn bright and draw others to their glory, but as anyone who knows of flames can attest, a simple shift of breeze or landscape can send the fire homeward. Those who seek the title never think themselves joining 100 bound for obscurity. They know they are the rare few who will permanently be enshrined in glory. If they did not think as such, they would not be fit to try. Many heraldic symbols follow, as well as martial instructions. So that's where the books are. So the books are, because they said before, like, talk to your followers who follow the path. And so what this must mean, because if I'm remembering right, what is Blackwall's specialization? Blackwall. Yeah, he's a champion. So I'll bet that if there's a book I have to find for the Reaver, I'll bet it's by Iron Bull, because Iron Bull's a Reaver. And if there's a book I have to find for Templar, I'll bet it's by Cassandra, because she's the Templar. How you doing?
Somewhat off-color today, Inquisitor?
An excess of bile, perhaps. Might I bleed you, or offer a herbal tonic?
Let me take this opportunity to recommend a really good podcast, a really interesting podcast called Sawbones, about weird medical history and all the crap that people thought was right and turned out to not be. No reason. Okay, so I looked for the Templar book by Cassandra. I didn't find it, but it says I already acquired it, so I must have acquired it. Champion is acquired. The Reaver I have not found yet, and so if my theory is right, it'll be somewhere near Iron Bull. So here's Iron Bull. Let's see if this is the way of the Reaver. Oh, never mind. I guess we accidentally clicked on Iron Bull. Never a bad thing.
Ah, come on, Krim. I'm working my ass off trying to get you to see that move.
You still got plenty of arse left, Chief. Your worship.
Glad you came by. I got a letter from my contacts in the Ben Hasrath. Already verified it with Red.
Should this be private? I mean, I don't think so. I think he trusts Krem with, like, his life and all, so probably not, but I'll just ask, because I don't think the question mark ever hurts.
Do you want to discuss this alone?
Not like I was hiding it from my boys. Besides, right now, I need to hit something.
You know they've got training dummies, Chief.
The training dummy might actually defend itself against the shield bash. Anyway, the Ben Hasrath letter.
You're supposed to just watch. I'm not happy about this. What? No.
What did the letter say?
The Ben Hasrath have been reading my reports. They don't like Corypheus or his Venatori. And they really don't like Red Lyrium. They're ready to work with us. With you, boss. The Qunari and the Inquisition joining forces.
This doesn't interest me. I don't trust them. I'm interested. I mean, I trust Iron Bull, and I kind of... I don't know why, but the Qun... I like the Qun a lot. The Qun really appeals to me. It's interesting. It's one of those things where... I don't know. I don't think it's meant to be dystopian, but... I don't know. There's an appeal to it, and so I'm interested.
That could be a powerful alliance.
My people have never made a full-blown alliance with a foreign power before. This would be a big step. They found a massive Red Lyrium shipping operation out on the coast.
They wanted us to hit it together. Talked about bringing in one of their dreadnoughts. Always wanted to see one of those big warships in action.
Did you see that? Go get some water. They're worried about
He's
tipping the
a good
smugglers,
coach.
So no army. My chargers, you, maybe some backup.
I don't trust Qunari.
You don't seem entirely happy about this.
No, I'm good. It's, I'm used to them being over there. It's been a while.
Oh, interesting.
I thought Qunari wanted to extend their reach to the whole world.
Yeah, just didn't think I'd see it. Look, the Qun answers a lot of questions. It's a good life for a lot of people. But it's a big change, and a lot of folks here wouldn't do so well under that kind of life. I guess it's not like we're converting. This is just us joining forces against Corypheus. On that front, I think we're good.
That's really interesting. And I don't think he's playing me. I don't think he's, like, being coy about it in order to get the Qun, like, in order to get me curious about the Qun or anything, but...
What does this alliance really get us?
They wouldn't use the word alliance if they didn't mean it. Naval power. More Ben Hasrath reports. Qunari soldiers pointed at the Venatori. It could do a lot of good.
Yeah, let's do
I
it.
think the Inquisition could use some help from the Qunari.
Good. I'll pass on word to Cullen and Red. We can set up the meeting whenever you're ready.
I trust them more than Orlais often. Codex unlocked. Qunari dreadnoughts. We said that's the Navy, right? You think it's hard to fight the Qunari on land? You've never had to face them on open water. No wind, no sails, hanging limp, but those giant bastards keep coming. We'd always mocked the Qunari for their mindless servitude, but we saw their discipline as they steadily closed, their oars in perfect form, even as our galley slaves flagged and faltered. They pulled alongside their great ship twice the length of ours, and we drew steel ready for them to board. Instead, a great series of blasts rocked the waves, spewing smoke everywhere. Iron balls the size of a man's head flew as though fired from a bow. They ripped through the hull, mast, and sailor alike. Our ship came apart like a child's toy. I'd have died in the water had a trading ship not come by to investigate the wreckage. That was the day I learned that although the Imperium may win the war against the Qunari on land, it will never defeat them at sea. It was also the day I decided to try life as a merchant's guard. An excerpt from Exiles from the Empire by Gregorius Peppiget. Yeah, so I didn't know that about the Qunari. I didn't know they had a strong navy, and apparently they very much do. Yep, I was right. Way of the Reaver. But she was so fasty quick with a... Okay. From a path of warning and harsh promise, Breaker Thram's words make one passage stand out. The blood of the dragon is treated in a way that speaks of dark intent. The motive is left to the temperament of the individual Reaver. All of us can be tempted to harsh conduct. It is simply the fate of the Reaver that theirs is the power to be brutal above most others. Their destruction is first inward, a commitment and test that spares them the instant distrust of the Blood Mage, to whom temptation comes with ease. And you know, this is one of those things where I read it and I didn't really actually process anything I just read. No clue what I just read. I hate when that happens. Sorry, let's try again. The blood of the dragon is treated in a way that speaks of dark intent. Treated like medically? Or treated like that's how people view it. The motive is left to the temperament of the individual Reaver. I don't know what that means. All of us can be tempted to harsh conduct. It is simply the fate of the Reaver that theirs is the power to be brutal above most others. Their destruction is first inward, a commitment and test that spares them the instant distrust of the Blood Mage, to whom temptation comes with ease and the will of a demon and constant threat. Okay, so I think this is saying that Reavers are similar, like Reavers are brutal, but that brutal is almost amoral, that you can use it however you like, and that you're not tested in the same way, like your test is with yourself, not with it's not like some demon is offering you magic. An account. I cut the beast. It had seared me, but now its blood was the balm that would soothe. Later I took the smallest amount and adding it to the rite and ritual I had learned, drank without hesitation. It did not taste of blood as the uninitiated understand it, for they know only the taste of the wound, flavor of defeat. This was the taste of blood coursing within, of life, of the primal. A burning that is not swallowed as much as it inhabits. This is like, so Reavers have kind of a vampiric side to them, like dragon-eating vampires, which is one of the coolest things I've ever said. To infuse with the blood and life of such a beast is to be changed at the core. Some could see it and knew I was more than I had been. Some could not and had no warning. But some knew, but would not say, for the choice of how to wield it is truly mine. The act of becoming is a defiance of all expectation. I am above. I see where the blade must go. I see through you. Several mixtures are detailed, each contributing to the final. Some powerful shit. I'm glad I'm choosing the Reaver as my path. Yeah, Sarah's got a few copies of Hard and Hightown, which doesn't surprise me. How are you doing, Sarah?
Back, yeah? Always good.
I don't know. I never asked this. Is your group still
Is
active?
your network of contacts still active after what happened?
After Lord Arsehole and Vishal? Of course. He may have killed people, but that just means there's more who hate him. It's crap that he killed people, though. They were just trying to stand up a little.
Is Red Jenny real? Or was she always just you and your friends?
Dunno.
Don't you care?
Not if it works. I mean, Red is scary because blood. And Jenny is... Look, nobody fears the bunch of people who do random stuff. And besides, it's easy. Nobles want a bogeyman because they need to believe normal people can't get at them. Numbers, yeah? An even spread is all it takes.
They share the blame too. Someone must be in charge.
Doesn't this mean people think you're guilty of more than you actually do?
It's probably not a bad thing.
Does it matter?
Shouldn't it?
Important people kill over imagined insults. I've made more than enough real ones, so no. I don't suppose it does.
Do your pranks achieve much? I mean, the answer is yes, of course.
We annoyed some nobles. Does that really help all that much?
Gets you paid, for one. You seem happy enough about that. I don't get what's so hard to understand. Your stuff works the same. Your Inquisition, I mean. Punch a bully, people like you. Do it because they asked, or let them think they asked. They like it even more. It's inspiring, even if it sometimes goes tits up and they take a hit back. You know, like Haven.
That is actually a fair point.
I get it. Kind of. We just don't think of what you do as that kind of inspiration.
Well, we should take a good hard look at where our people come from. All the same people. It's you that's weird. I kind of like it. Surprise to me too, yeah?
Sarah's got some real wisdom about her. She, like, about in terms of the source of leadership, the source of power, in terms of what kindness means, in terms of what, like, in terms of the importance of punching up. She's, in terms of, like, how to lead and what the root of that leadership, of any good leadership is. I really, at first I kind of liked her because of the pranking and because she was, like, irreverent, and I still do, but she's got a lot beyond that, and that makes me happy.
We'll talk another time.
It's all good, isn't it?
Anything else here?
Something on?
Tell me about your background, why'd you really join me? Let's investigate. Thoughts on our progress?
Are things playing out the way you expected?
Cassandra laid it out, right? You're the big hat now. Gonna make everything the way it should be. Praying's nice, I suppose. Coryphe's bit, though. Shite.
Tell me about your back. I think you've told me, but let me ask him
Tell me
again,
about
just
yourself.
in case.
Oh, yeah? Interested, are you?
I don't think she's going to like this question, but it really interests me how she'll respond anyway.
I'm just interested in talking to an elf like me.
Don't think so.
Why not?
Well, maybe you're alright, but most elves are too elfy. Like that soulless, right? Never be as good as we were. Well, who's we? I'm just fine.
I like that the song playing in the background.
There's a lot of tradition there. Should it just be thrown away?
Your great-grandfather's dead. Why aren't you dead? You're throwing away tradition.
That makes sense to you?
None of it does in the city. That's why I'm not like an elf.
How about the basics? Where are you from?
Ferelden?
I got that from the accent. Where in Ferelden?
All over? Okay, fine. Denerim for a bit. South, north, wherever I want.
Oh, you're from wherever. I'm from north wherever.
What?
North wherever. Oh, we had fun on street and or in local tavern.
Oh, hardy ha. Oh, funny you. It's complicated. I don't like complicated. Let's leave it at that. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm burningly curious about where she got her dislike of elves. Is it just that she had some... I wonder if it's going to be as simple as she had a bad experience with an elf, or if it's something like she wants to burn tradition, or maybe she values it secretly. Like, I could see a scenario where she values, like, she respects it so much and feels like she doesn't live up to it and wants to throw it away. There's a lot of routes this can go, and I'm really curious.
Skilled. Who taught you how to use a bow?
No one.
That seems unlikely.
What? I picked it up here and there. Mostly it just makes sense. It's not like that for you.
Usually it takes considerable discipline, hence my question.
Hence. Look, I work at it. Practice a little. Not like Cullen and his pets. I mean, you miss, then you don't. Is it that hard to see when it's wrong?
So she's like a
Well,
prodigy.
it's not like that for other elves. I know that.
Most I know couldn't find an arrow sitting on it. Right. Maybe I just make it look easy in shite company. Fact still is, No teacher.
I believe
Where
you.
would I find one in alleyways anyway?
We'll talk later.
If you say so.
Codex updated Sera. Okay, there's an addendum at the bottom. Addendum. Sera's claim to have lived in Denerim cannot be verified, but seems likely. The alienage there was neither stable nor secure. Many residents of the city fled the region following the Blight. Given her nature, Val Royeaux would have seemed rife with targets. Denerim has more than its share of suspect nobility, but most were rallied against a common enemy, thanks to the efforts of the hero of Ferelden. Forced to, more like. Shits and double shits. Let me back up a bit. I think I missed this prior one also. This is someone talking about Red Jenny, like academically with Sera's comments. So who is our Red Jenny? She has been amusing herself in Val Royeaux for a time, although it's clear from her accent that a cat is upset about something. Although it's clear from her accent that she is deeply Ferelden. She met with outright laughter my inquiry as to whether she had any special elven concerns that I could address. I have this is from Josephine, I think, maybe. I have conferred with Liliana about the danger of this group, and our estimation is that this incarnation of Red Jenny is at least a good distraction. Oh, the scary one cares. Liliana's the scary one. Yeah, Addendum Denerim. So she claims to have lived in Denerim, but it does seem likely alien in an alienage that grew up in an alienage there, but kind of bounced around. Whew. Okay. Anything else for you for
Something
now?
on?
I don't want to ask this, but I'm going to.
So, you like to have fun. The Inquisition seems an odd fit. Why are you really here?
Maybe you'll be fun, yeah? And to help people.
I kind of do believe her, and I don't like that there's not really an option for that.
It's starting to sound like you're looking for something more.
It is. Mostly. Okay, fine. There's talk and I want to see.
See what?
I don't know. I've got all this chantry stuff in my head and it makes sense, right? But it's fuzzy. I want to see if it's all really real. I just don't know if I want to really know. So I'm selfish. It's all for me. Count yourself lucky, I guess.
So she wants to... Okay. She wants to see like almost like the theological side of things. So she says she has all this chantry stuff in her head. She talks a lot like... I've heard some people... Now, I'm Jewish and I don't have a bad relationship with my religion, or I didn't have bad experiences with it. I'm just kind of lapsed in it. But I know people who had bad experiences in, say, Catholic school who talk kind of later in life the way that I hear her talk now, in terms of like they broke from it, but that's still in their heads, and they want to, part of them wants to still explore it in some way or make sense of it, even if they don't really respect it or have faith in that sort of way. And it's starting to feel like that might be part of her upbringing. I don't know. I don't think anything's changed, but I'll try this just in case. I think she's going to say, like, we'll see as time goes on.
Right. You come with me.
Oh, wait. Nope,
So,
this is
you've
different.
been chatting me up. I heard that, yeah? And seen the looks. That's all fun and such, out there walking around. But maybe there's more in your head. Like you want to be more? I mean, I don't usually go for elves. Feel like a bag of chicken necks. But yes,
What the
I like
fuck?
you. It's good.
I really want to pick this, but I feel like that's the bad... I think there's time for this.
It's nice to finally just admit what we both knew was there.
You've been saying it other ways. Maybe me too. But I'm tired of talking. Of everybody always talking. We're all dead this. We'll kill them that. What about what's important when you like someone? I'm in bed. You should get to your bed. Now's good.
Start an exclusive. Okay. I'm talking. Have fun later. Stop the relationship. Okay, so there. Again, bless this game for telling you when you're about to make some kind of exclusive decision. We'll talk and have fun later. Any issues with the Inquisitor?
So you're not worried about me being the Inquisitor? The Herald?
Did that do something to you? Down there? Oh, the Andraste stuff. She's not, you know, here. So what? Or is it because you're in charge? Because if that's a problem, I won't lose my job. Isn't that right, Inky?
Really? If we're together, you'll call me Inky?
What? I make fun of titles because they're stupid.
But as a pet name?
Oh, it's a thing with you. Well, let me have it then. Lean in like it's real dark and whisper your naked name. No, I'm calling it. Now I like Tadwinks.
Sera, I'm inviting you up to my chambers.
No, I'm racing you there. I win. I lock the door. Come on, Tadwinks. Show me what you've got.
Codex updated Sera. She's still here?
Fine day to you.
Okay.
Tadwinks.
Okay. Well, you know, come on.
That time.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, this is great. Anything else on this frontier? We need to talk about us? No. We talk about pet name? Yeah, let's do that.
Any chance I could talk you out of that pet name? It has to be Tadwinks? What is that?
All right. Now I'm thinking shiny because I don't care.
Okay. I think we're done for now. Carry on.
I'll be back if I need you.
You will, yeah.
This is great. I made the right choice. I have zero regrets. I have regrets about a lot of things, but not about this. That's going to be it for now. Thank you for watching. This has been quite something today. I will see you later. Bye-bye.